Please listen with your ears, not your triggers. This is your warning because what I'm about to say might go against everything social media has told you about trauma and healing. But before we dive in, today is my birthday. And instead of asking for something, I want to give you a gift that changed my life. Here it is. You don't have to heal. You just have to stop believing the limited belief that your pain convinced you was true. Let me explain. Have you ever burned yourself on a stove? Most people have. It hurts, right? You flinch, you scream, maybe you cried as a kid. Now let me ask you, how long did you go to therapy to get over that? You did? You didn't need years of processing and unpacking to move on? Wow, please tell me more. See, here's what actually happened. You got hurt, it was real, but you didn't store a story about it. You didn't say, I'm never safe again against stoves, I'll never cook, I can't trust myself or stoves. You just learned, adjusted, and moved forward. That's the difference. The pain didn't become part of your identity. But let me say something very important here. Some of us have lived through things that are far more damaging than a stove burn. I'm one of them. I was adopted. And I was also assaulted multiple ways as a child. And for years, I carried that pain deep in my nervous system, but also in the beliefs I built about myself. I can't trust people. I must be broken. I must not be lovable. But here's what I've come to understand. You are not what happened to you. You are the one who survived it. And while your body might still carry the memory, you are not your nervous system. You can feel the reaction and still choose your higher self to lead. Let me show you what I mean. About 12 years ago, I was caught in a field fire. It nearly killed me. To this day, when I'm around open flames, my body still responds. My breathing tightens, my brain scans for threats, my chest gets heavy, but I know what that is. That's not trauma controlling me. That's my body keeping the score. It's the check engine light saying, the last time we did this, it was dangerous. And I respect that. But I don't let it run the show. I still use fire, I just use it with wisdom, not fear. That's what healing can actually look like. Now let me show you how this plays out in real life. At work, you get feedback. Your boss critiques something and suddenly you feel like you're 10 years old again. That's not the situation, it's the story. In dating, someone pulls away. You immediately feel, see, I'm not lovable. But is that the truth, or is that a villager from your past speaking up again? In life, you're alone with your thoughts, and suddenly the old voice whispers, this is how it always ends. That voice isn't you. It's just an old survival pattern trying to predict the future using pain from the past. Now, I already know some people in the comments are going to say, you're minimizing trauma. No, I'm not. I'm honoring it because I'm showing you that you can feel everything deeply without being defined by any of it. Or they'll say, that may work for little stuff, but not real trauma. And I'll say, I've lived through real trauma. This isn't a theory. This is something that saved me. And I want to offer you one more thing. Let's make this really simple. In your emotional village, there are really only two villagers that ever make you suffer: fear and pain. You could think of them like roommates. Fear lives in the east wing, pain lives in the west. You can't evict them, they're part of your inner system, but here's the catch. They only ever get loud when something didn't go your way in the past, or you're afraid it won't go your way in the future. That's it. That's the only time you suffer. It's not the fear, it's not even the pain. It's the default operating system that you're running, and I need things to be the way I need them to be in order to feel okay. That's the corrupted file. So I'm not asking you to silence your fear or fight your pain. I'm asking you to update your protocol and install something better. I need things to be the way they be. This doesn't mean you stop dreaming. It doesn't mean you stop working. It doesn't mean you renunciate things. It means that you finally accept that you only control your own boat in the ocean and where you aim the sail. You do not control the wind. You do not control the current. You do not control the storms or how long it takes to get there. Trying to control all that, that is what's been breaking you. But when you surrender to what is and lead what is yours to lead, you stop fighting the ocean and start flowing with it. You open, and that opening, that's where life begins again. But if you stay in, I need it to be the way I need it to be, you'll suffer every damn time. So, if this hit home, this is exactly why I wrote the book, Who's Talking. It's a guide to help you identify the voices in your head, separate from the ones built in survival, and lead your emotional village with stillness, peace, and clarity. All proceeds of the book sales go to the Shriners Children's Hospital because I was once a patient there. This is my way of giving back. And if you're ready to go deeper, I offer one-on-one coaching to help you rewrite the narrative in your mind and finally move from surviving to leading. Because your pain was real, but the story it told you about yourself, that's yours to rewrite. See you next time.